All right, in this section, we are going to discuss few of the database topics before we, uh, summarize today's session. Now, one of the query that we are looking here, right? Find student info for Mr. Brian. Find student info for Mr. Brian. Now, if you go to these two table, right? Here, Mr. Brian is a teacher, right? Now, Mr. Brian is a teacher and his students' information is not in the same table. His students' information is in the other table. Elementary students. Now, do you have this table? You want to write this query in front of us? If you can open your Oracle SQL console. Remember this black screen, right? We call it console. Not CMD. It will be, you will be typing SQL. Close this. It is not command prompt. Close this and in your type SQL here. Can you see run SQL command line? Yep, that is where you will be. Nahid bhai. Okay, write it. Write it. I will tell you what. It will not give you any data.
I'm opening that tables.
Yeah, but you will not be able to open the table. Try to open it. Yeah, write your query. Finish your query.
It's not going to open the tables.
Just finish it, and then we will see. Go there. Write it. Whatever you are writing.
Still not connected.
Mm-hmm. What is your understanding by this message not connected? Remember that first of all you will have to connect to the database, right?
To go log in.
So what do you do to connect to the database?
I didn't go to the. I was go to prompt command. From there I can log in.
Oh, command prompt.
I never run like.
Okay, go to.
Always.
Yeah, go there. The way you do it, you do it. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can connect from there as well, from that screen as well.
Can I tell you my user ID tag to be
Same. If you go to that other screen, yeah, this is another way of logging in. That will work. Now, if you go to the other screen, Nahid bhai, you can keep this screen and go to the other screen. Yeah. Okay. Now type connect space system. No, you do not have to write anything. You are already in SQL Plus. Remove it. Say system /. No, this is backward slash. Yeah, manager. No. MANA. What is your password?
Oracle.
Okay, put Oracle. And you are connected, right? Now you can So basically that's all. That's how you connect. Okay, now write your query.
Sorry, Bhaiya, I was gonna ask you one thing.
Sure.
How do I increase my RAM?
So if you want to increase your RAM, right, you will have to take your laptop. I think in Before Highway there are some shop. If you go there, probably they'll take $50-$60. You can they'll be putting it 8 gigabyte of RAM in your computer.
Oh, where is that stored
I
exactly?
think there is a Bengali guy. I do not remember, but there is a Bengali guy who has a shop, and there are a lot of other shop there. If you go to any computer repair shop there in Before Highway, they'll be doing it cheaper.
Okay, thank you.
Tell them that you want 8 gigabyte of RAM, and make sure that after they have installed it, right, you check it by going to your properties. It is working.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Sure. So this is your elementary students table, right?
Teachers. So now we're looking for Mr. Brian and students information.
Yep. So the query is find Mr. Brian students information.
That was the question. Brian in the information for Mr. Brian.
So how many table you will have to access for that?
Both, I have to connect both actually.
Exactly.
So the 400 is that okay. I have to connect both this common column,
Yep.
and I have to go for this student information. So I have to put student and ID, DOP name and GP.
But I wanted to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
who's gonna give us the data for these tables?
Uh, so so this data, right? This data we are practicing here to understand how database works. As a tester, you might not have to create any table. You will only be executing queries for backend testing purpose.
So we don't actually enter any tables, right? Any kind of.
You do not like is if you work as a tester, right? You
Mhm.
you even will not have any permission to create any table in the actual database. Like the application owner will giving you permission to access to the database so that you can execute queries only. You will have that level of access. You will only be able to execute queries. You will not be able to you know, create any table.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, select DOP name, GPA. teachers for students ID equal to elements.
So now what is the problem? Remember, column ambiguously defined. Whenever you see this message, can you see column ambiguously defined? Whenever you see this column ambiguously defined, that means this name, right, you have it in multiple table.
The name I have multiple table, but আমাদের name আচ্ছা name, so I have to call name only that name actually. So, okay, name column is only, so I have to go teachers.
Yeah. So if you take a look, we have name in both table, name column in both table. In the first table, name is a student name. In the second table, name is teacher's name, right? So we'll have to specifically say which name we are referring here. We are referring here teacher's name. So we'll have to say teachers dot name equal to Mr. Brian. Now, what is that? Student invalid identifier, right? It is. So one thing here, Nahid bhai, that ID, how many tables do you have the ID field?
Ideal, I have only one field.
One. So
teachers.
One thing, Nahid bhai, here that I want to mention, right? Okay. So select DOB name, right? Select. You have to be here. DOB name GPA. You will have to bring the ID with the name, like with the student's information, right? You will have to bring the ID in the beginning. In the beginning, yeah. Put ID comma DOB. Put a space after select word, and after ID put a comma. Yeah. Then write it.
I think this name also I have to mention which name, because
yeah, exactly, yeah.
So this name will be elementary.
Yeah. Elementary students dot name. And I see one thing, you are typing with your caps lock on. Is that correct?
Yeah. Happening over here.
Yeah, this is not a very good practice, Nahid bhai. The usual practice is your caps lock will remain off. Whenever you need to bring anything uppercase, you will have to press shift.
This is ITDOB elementary students dot name GPA from elementary students teachers for elementary students. So because you're saying the ID we have only one, we don't need to put the elementary.
So here, yeah, elementary students dot ID. You will have to say when you are creating the relation, right? Over there, you will have to say that.
Yeah.
elementary students dot id equal to teachers dot tid. Teachers, the spelling is
Oh, the name. There's so many things is comes with the capital and
hold on. Elementary students dot name. Hold on. So it is saying that keep your query, bring the whole query, and then we will. So where it is complaining now? Elementary
the
students.
name capital, I think.
Now, the name, right? When you are writing query, if something is not inside the quotation, then uppercase lowercase doesn't matter. There is something else. Hold on. Elementary students dot id. Elementary. Here is the thing. Elementary spelling is mistake. Elementary. If you take a look, elementary, you didn't put the a. Yeah. So here, Mr. Brian, right? If you take a look, your spelling.
Space, there is no space in Mr. Brian. There's he put his space.
Even with the space, there is a spelling mistake as well. Nahid bhai, please note this. Mr. Brian spelling, do it correctly.
Here I am.
Now again, you are making this mistake. Brian, Brian. Okay, are we good now? Nahid bhai, is it good?
Even
Yeah. Please take the snapshot and put it in your document. You did copy, why?
সাধারণত আমি কপি করি না, স্ন্যাপচ্যাট করলে এমনি আসে।
Now you copy kore, you have already, yeah, now you have to copy because you copied from your document. Click on copy here. You can remove it if you take the eraser, right? If you take the eraser and click on it on the red line, yeah, one more time, yeah. Now you click on, can you see that two copy icon? Just click on it. Yeah, underneath, yeah, and on the left hand side, yeah. Click on this and just paste it there, Control V. Yep, paste. Okay, so Nahid bhai, you will have to write all of these queries here, right? Correctly. Okay. Now if I find teachers info for students whose GPA is 3.95 or bigger, right? Select TID teachers.name subject student from elementary students teachers, where elementary students.id equal to teachers.student and GPA equal to 3.75 3.95, right? Our question was 3.95, but you did 3.75. That is fine. We got it. This query is correct. Number 6. Go to the next query. Find subject of student whose name ends with Y. Right. Now again, this query, Nahid bhai, subject. Which table do you have subject?
The teachers table.
Teachers table. And whose student name? Whose name ends with Y? So you have to bring subject from the second table, and your student is in the first table, right? So you will have to modify that query as well. You do it later, right? I'm just pointing out what you will have to do. Is that correct? Is that okay?
Yeah, a little bit modify all.
Okay. So
It's not hard.
right, so you'll have to modify that. Now, yeah, you modify that. Okay, you want to go to the next document? So what are the, you have the DMB table, you have the social security table, right? So now, first thing, the first query, uh, display name, SSN, city and zip, right? Now name, SSN, city and zip. City and zip I see in the second table, right? SSN in the second table. Name is, and I think name is in the first table, right?
Yeah.
So you have written, yeah, name is in the first table. So you have written select name, SSN, city, select success.ssn city zip. Okay, this query looks good. Next one. Display name and nationality who live in zip 30044300095, right? So what is the query you have written? So select name, nationality from DMB Socksec, where dmb.ssn equal to socksec.ssn, and what is
I
that?
put
What is that, Nahid bhai?
any.
Zip y equal to any.
Actually, Jeep I put GP actually the Jeep column.
Oh, okay. So the way we have wrote this query, right?
We wrote it in name like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? In name or
No,
in
we have written, we have learned it in that way. Select name, nationality from DMB socksec, where dmb.ssn equal to socksec.ssn, and zip in, and in the parentheses we will mention this to zip.
yeah. So I was googling it, so I just found it like this. So I said let's try this.
Yeah, so I will say that you modify accordingly, but is it giving you correct result?
G is giving the correct result.
Okay, okay. So you,
And SQL also suggesting me, SQL also suggest you this. SQL actually suggesting me to go for this.
so here you were able to Google, and you were able to find a alternative solution. That is very good. That is what I like people who Google. Googling is a, you heard about honesty is the best policy, right? That that quote, honesty is the best policy. I'll say Googling is the best policy. Even if in your exam, if you can do Google, that is best, right? You do not have to learn anything. Is that correct? Yeah,
It's
but
better to learn new
but the Google is like, in if you work in computer field, you will be doing a lot of Google. I do, for everything I do Google. So you are able to do Google, you learn a new thing. That's very good. This is another way of doing it, but we can do it by using in as well, right? You say, okay, name in, you put this two name.
I see the other people task they put in.
Mm-hmm.
But I found, so I said, let's try this. So it will be in my document also, because other people's document also I have.
Yeah, got it. That makes sense. So and then you have display Karim and Don's SSN, right? Select SSN from DMB where name any. Okay, that's fine. Display Don's nationality, right? Why you do not have Don's nationality?
So in the table is not. I don't
For
have
Don, we
answer.
do not have any column in the second table, right? Okay, that makes sense. Go for the next query. Display who lives in Bangladesh, right? Select name from Dimbi Saksak where Dimbi and nationality equal to Bangladesh. Yeah, that looks good. Go to the next document. Okay.
This I didn't. I just copied everything actually together. They're both tables also showed.
Okay, that's fine. Let me just yeah, these are very simple, right? So the first I don't see the query, so that is one thing that you will have to do for the next class. Select student ID from school where student name. Select student is from school where student name. Okay, so this looks very straightforward queries, right?
These are very simple.
Simple queries. Okay, and then here you have a employee table, right? Employee.
This, who got the 4,000 salary?
Mm-hmm.
Who got the like employee ID?
Do you have to like bring table data from multiple table here?
Yeah, one is there actually, and one I did it was like I didn't commit these tables, just gone through. But I see this works actually. This is one.
Uh-huh.
One query is there like that. Display students ID was employee ID is 999. You have to connect the both the table.
Okay, so here so this is the only query that you have to connect data from multiple table.
Yeah, only the one query.
Okay, so if this is the case, what about the other queries?
I think it's almost done. Only one.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
let's do this. Okay, I will keep my faith on you. In this case, I'll depend on you whatever you said. For the next
I will check. I think in the task whatever I found
uh-huh.
till now in this 2 emails I did it, and I will check one more time. You can
Okay.
left.
Okay. So here is the thing, Nahid bhai. I see that you are making progress now. The first thing, you are making progress. The next thing that I'll be looking, remember I have 4 exams: SQL 1, exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, exam 4. I sent these 4 documents. Can you confirm you have received those documents?
Let me see which one is that.
You can type exam 1. Yeah, search exam 1. Enter. Not this, but I think these are the exams. DB exam 2, DB exam. Yeah, there are few exams. I think there are 4 exams I sent you in the email. If you haven't received, I'll be sending it today again. Your target will be before our next class. You finish this exam.
This one I did. You see, this one I did. Okay. So I think that table only left for me. This one.
Hold on. I have 4 exams, Nahid bhai.
Okay.
4 exams. I'm going to send it. If you have done it, that's totally fine. If you haven't done it, I'll be sending it. You do it.
Only this page looks I didn't did it.
Okay, whatever I'm going to send this 4 exam. If you have done it, that's fine. If you haven't done it, you do it and send it to me. Okay, number 1. Number 2, your primary key and foreign key. I didn't receive your primary key and foreign key. You do it.
Maybe I didn't have this documents.
Yeah. So I'll be including this. I think I sent you the primary key and foreign key, but I'll be including this primary key and foreign key today again. So make sure you do it. You finish your test cases over in the ALM. You execute it. You write your defect. you finish the exams in the database. In the next class, we are going to start one new topics on this database. It is joins, and after we are done with joins, I will be discussing a little bit about store procedure in the next class. What is store procedure in database, and then we will try to start Selenium in the next class. Does it sounds good? Do you guys have any question so far? Any question on the topics those we have discussed?
Sounds good, Maya. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Nabed and Nahid bhai, any further question that you want to ask here? Yeah, I'll be sending it by tonight, and for you, your target will be to finish all of this, whatever we have discussed, and so that we can start Selenium from the next class. Okay, all right, guys. It was a long session, but hopefully we have learned few things that will help us moving forward. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.